Question number 4 is an exam question and it's 2 marks. There's a lot of things to read there. Energy consumption is claimed to be a good predictor for gross national product.
Yeah.
The economists recorded the energy consumption X and the gross national product Y. So there's 2 things. The X is the consumption of energy and the Y is the gross national product for 8 countries. The data is shown in the table. Energy consumption and gross national product. The equation for the regression line of Y on X is Y equals to 225 plus 12.9X. The economist uses this regression equation to estimate the energy consumption of a country with a gross national product of 3,500. Give 2 reasons why this may not be valid. Why do you think this may not be valid? Any idea?
It's not valid because 3,500 is outside of the range of data.
Excellent. If you were to plot the graph, you have the X and the Y. The X goes from 3.4 and all the way to 131. And the Y, the smallest one, 55, all the way to 1,900. And 3,500, the gross national product is on the Y-axis. And the consumption for energy is on the X-axis. And 3,500 is way above the graph. I don't know if it's a straight line graph, but it's above. So you'll be doing something they call extrapolation. And extrapolation might not be correct because the graph might not be a straight line. So the answer is likely to be unreliable. So the words they want to see is unreliable. What's another word for unreliable? Another way to say unreliable?
Not trustworthy.
Pardon?
Um,
Unreliable. You might say it might not give correct prediction if you want to explain it.
like it's not going to give a correct prediction, so therefore it's like,
Yes, you would say yes, unreliable. It might not give, or undependable, untrustworthy. That means you cannot trust it, that it will be correct. So it's unreliable, untrustworthy, but that's really an old-fashioned word to me. Untrustworthy, or you can just say it might not give the correct answer. And that should be enough to explain that. And the main word there for maths is extrapolation, because you're going above the data, above what the data. And then it says the regression line, the next part, because it's 2 marks. The second part, the regression line says Y, the data in the regression line Y on X. Let me underline that, Y on X. What Y on X means is you would get the X value, the consumption, and then determine the gross national product. But the question is asking you to get gross national product and determine the consumption. So this other graph is X on Y, which you will need a graph for X on Y to do that. So you will need X on Y graph. Does that make sense?
yeah.
This graph is Y on X, which they use for drawing the regression line. So energy consumption for gross national would need a regression line for X on Y. So that's how you would get that for 2 marks. If you just say unreliable, untrustworthy, and extrapolation, that will give 1 mark. But to get into great detail, you would say you would need a graph of X on Y, not Y on X.